Guys, I'm moving yet again. But before we go into the details, I gotta get some errands done first. So let's go. So I just stopped by the pharmacy to see if I can get my birth control 2 weeks early since I'm leaving out of state in like 2 days. And unfortunately, my health insurance will not cover it just yet. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so what's the price that's gonna be for it? And I was like waiting to hear hundreds of dollars because you guys know how expensive drugs are. And thankfully, it's about 30 bucks. I think I could do $30. Oh, thank God. It was like such a relief. So that's good. So I have my birth control ready to go. So then the next time I need it, I'll already be in the other state and I'll have my health insurance. So everything is going to be good. Everything is good. Alright, so I just got my oil changed, and of course it cost way more than what was planned. I remember when oil changes were like 30 bucks. Do you remember those days? Yeah, I remember those days. 30 bucks. Do you want to know what it is like now? Do you want to know? $100. $90 plus tax. But it lasts you 7,000 miles. And I got windshield wipers because the ones that the dealership gave me were actually not that great. They would leave like streaks and lines. The guy at the oil change was tricky. I was like, well, how much do they cost? And he was like, like 30 bucks. He didn't say like 30 bucks each. So it ended up being $60 just to get my windshield wipers, which, looking back, I could have just bought them on my own and installed them for like half the price, but it was just convenient, quick and easy, and I have lots to do today. I still have other stuff I gotta get done before I tell you where I'm moving and all of the details regarding that. So let's finish up these errands. And we're done. Okay, this bit is very bouncy. So, we're back in my room and I'm so excited to make the announcement that I'm moving. I am leaving the state of Arkansas and I'm moving somewhere across the country, far, far away. But let's rewind it a little bit and let me get my cold brew. Caffeine. So we're gonna rewind it back a little bit. The owners of this motel, they own multiple properties. One of the properties is actually really close to where I'm from, to where my family still is, and to where my friends still are. And that property is Hendersonville, North Carolina. And that town is really close to South Carolina, which makes it really close to Georgia. It's about 2.5 hours from where my family is at, and it's about 3 hours from Atlanta. Maybe, just maybe, I can try for that location. There's a few things about this place that just didn't really appeal to me. First of all, I'm in a very small town. It's a town of like 2,000 people. It's either 1,200. It's a very small town in the Ozark Mountains, and it's like an hour away from the closest big town. If I ever needed to go to a store other than Walmart and other than the local like supermarket, then I would need to go an hour out of the way through the mountains. with lots of curves. The season is winding down here as well. Like during the colder months, there is nothing happening here. Nothing happening during the colder months. So I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna have nothing to do. I'm gonna be so bored. This might be a very good reason for me to move elsewhere. So that would be reason number one why I wanted to move away. I wanted to be close to friends and family. Reason number two is that I want to reconnect with Atlanta and network there and meet people and have a more smooth transition into the ultimate career that I want to pursue, which I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to jinx it, but that's a little bit into the future, maybe a couple of years or so. So I thought that this would be a great time to network, meet people, get established in Atlanta, and just, I am a very social person and it's so hard to make friends here. A lot of the people in this town are much older, so there's really not much youth, especially people my age. Very hard to find. And it's just like the culture is just a little bit different than what I'm used to. So I want to be somewhere that's multicultural and I want to meet people who have been to other places, who've experienced new things, and I think Atlanta is going to be the perfect place for that, and it's going to help me kind of kick off my career without me starting the career first. And of course, like, two of my best friends have experienced huge life changes, and I want to be there for it. I don't want to miss out on any more life changes than I've already missed out on. My one best friend just had her first baby. Like, I want to be there. I want that baby to know me and to remember me, and I want to have a relationship with that baby. And my second best friend just got engaged. That's a huge thing. So I want to be a part of that. And those are such special people in my lives, and I've already missed out 6 years of their lives, and I want to be back in their lives. So that is another reason why I wanted to move to that location. The next reason why I really wanted to move to that location is access to gyms. So when I was in Morocco as a Peace Corps volunteer, I gained about 35 pounds. And with me traveling and changing residences all the time, it's been so difficult for me to maintain my weight. Not maintain, for me to get back to my original weight before Peace Corps. And when you're moving around and you're not living in a stable place for a long enough time, it's very difficult to start a diet, just to have an exercise plan, especially when you travel a lot. It's just really, really difficult. And I've actually gained even more weight since I've moved here. So I'm about 40 pounds overweight. You wouldn't believe it, but I am about 40 pounds overweight. And I'm thinking that if I move down there to North Carolina, I'm going to be there for a much longer amount of time, and I'm going to be so much closer to so many more gyms. Like Planet Fitness, it's a huge gym, it's cheap, it's right there in town, 4-minute drive away. That's going to be so close, and I'll feel like there's going to be a lot more stability in that town, and I'm going to be there for a much longer period of time. Whereas here, there are only 2 gyms. One is a community center, and the hours are super limited. I work during those hours. I can't be there. And the second one, it's a 15-minute drive through the mountains. 15 minutes doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a very dark road when it's dark outside, and it's very curvy. It's just like a bit out of the way. So I'm really excited to kind of get back on my health journey, and as well as have a kitchen. Like, there's gonna be a kitchen there, whereas here I'm living in a motel room and there's literally no kitchen, so I've been having to eat out a lot, which is one reason why I've gained weight. And the last reason why I wanted to move there specifically is that it's only 30 minutes away from the nearest large town. Now, this town that I'm actually going to be living at is way bigger than this small town. It's about 20,000 people. Okay, it's either 12,000 or 20,000. I think it's 12,000 people. Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, let me check. All right, 15,000 people. All right, so that is about 10 times the size of this town. So there's going to be just a lot more choices as far as foods go, and a lot more just a lot more in general. And as I said, Asheville is only 30 minutes north of there, and Asheville is a much larger city. There's like everything that you want, and Asheville in general is just a cool city. Like there's a lot to do, there's a lot to see. I would love to go thrifting there, and I would love to just discover like a lot of cool things there. So that is why I want to move there. All right, guys, I apologize for the mess. Like, I'm moving in 2 days. I hope you understand. But anyways, so this is why I wanted to move to this location and why I'm going to be moving there in about 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed the video and let me know what you think. Have you been to Hendersonville before? Have you been to Asheville before? Have you moved across the country before? It's a big change, right? But change is good. Change is exciting, and it's a great way to start fresh. So I'm really excited to be moving. And yeah, so the next time I see you, I might be there. We shall see. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming.